not, you want to write this down, we do not give people enough room or space to communicate. What do I mean by that? We're so busy in our lives. We have our agendas and things that we want to do. When you communicate with people, I want you from this time point to observe. When you start talking to either in personal life or in business, especially in business, is how much space are you giving the other individual to talk? Sometimes, if you notice that we have a struggle with communication. If you watch movies in the 40s, the dialect, how people talk, how fast they moved, and even in the movies, you see how fast they moved in communication. Like, everybody knew exactly when to pick up the next sentence. We don't do that anymore. We don't have time. We don't even know the patience. This is a skill that you have to learn. Spacing. What does that mean? When I finish my sentence and I go, Mike, hey, how you doing today? How's everything good? You go, oh, great, great, great. And I cut in on you and I'm going, so anyway, I just cut off your communication totally. Now, you're going to feel some type of way about that, but you're normally not going to tell me about that. So you're going to be like, it's going to be difficult. In your mind, you know people that call you, you know which ones you have a difficulty communicating with. Whose fault is that? It's yours. So whether they know how to communicate, it is your responsibility for you to set the precedence for the communication. What does that mean? When they finish the sentence, automatically add 2 seconds to the end of dead space. You'll realize some people have an ability to sell themselves. You just don't know it. Gentleman I talked to, I work part-time with another company doing books, and the gentleman called me, and I already knew what he was. He's a teacher from Sanford, Florida, writing a book. It took him 6 years to write this book. He got on the phone with me, and I just started walking. I'm like, this guy is going to have to set, it's nothing I can do. He had tons of questions, and at the end of the questions, I would give him space. And the owner of the company said, I don't know how you sold that guy. I said, it's nothing I had to do. I just had to give him time. She's like, how do you do that? I said, well, I just knew it. I've been doing it for a long time. I let him just sell himself. I didn't have to do anything. All I had to do, now I knew it was going to take a block of my time, 30, 45 minutes for him to expound upon everything that he wanted to get out and not control. And then my steps was, as I went through the steps, I just asked questions. How does that make you feel? And then he just, so based upon what you're telling me, if we can do that, we can do this. Yeah, but I got one more question. I knew it was coming. Right? Just keep going. Just keep going. And all of a sudden, he got to the end. And then on Sunday, he had an email with a number of questions just like that. Same thing. Like, oh my goodness. Like, you'll look at it and go like, this guy's going to be a problem. So instead of that, I got back on the phone with him again. Another 30 minutes of him just getting this out. Most people are in their head. There's a number of different type of buyers that you deal with. There's auditory, visual and auditory, demanding, submissive, like they need to be told what to do. And once you digest this and been through enough times, you can understand who you're talking to on the phone and how to handle them. That's the best part about being a salesperson, is being able to digest this person and say, okay, I've been through this type of person before. I know how I need to carry this conversation. Sales is a conversation. It's a language, but it is a skilled language of control. So control sometimes is letting them give space. So I'm talking to John. John's talking blah, blah, blah. If I cut in on you a couple times, or you say something at the end, you ever see that time where you'll give somebody space, and then you'll jump in and they're jumping at the same time?
Oh, go ahead. No, you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. Now, that's an interruption. It's like the record. So, one of the things you have to understand, best salespeople, is that they never say and ahs. They're very smooth. They give people the space. They know when they ask questions. So, and they're doing that while they're in an aware state of understanding the entire conversation that moved. They're like a third person overlooking the entire conversation. They know exactly what's going on. Very observant of what they're doing. Very observant of what the potential client is doing. and then being able to dictate it. That's why I say when you get to it, when I teach you guys the best way, it becomes fun because you learn to slow everything down. This is Ben Brown. Don't forget to click subscribe and also add notifications for new videos coming down the pipe.